What's up, beautiful people? It's Sindærfam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video, and it's titled Drake's Sugar Daddy sues Kendrick Lamar with gag order. Kendrick warned to apologize. This is interesting. Yo, is this real? But yeah, I'm excited to check this one out to hear what they've got to say. Let's check it out.
It looks like Drake is salty because the whole internet was roasting him for taking a major L in his ongoing feud with Kendrick Lamar. To make matters worse, rumors were flying that Drake's supposed sugar daddy, Lucian Grange, was about to swoop in and try to put a stop to Kendrick's diss tracks that were making Drake look bad. But Kendrick ain't wanna be bullied. He fired back at Lucian Grange and Drake with everything he had, spilling some serious tea in the process. It's like watching a rap battle turning into a full-blown drama series. So it seems like Kanye wasn't just talking smack when he called Lucian Grange Drake's baby daddy, because now Lucian's stepping up to bat for Drake in the middle of this ongoing beef with Kendrick Lamar. And he's not mincing words either, giving Kendrick a serious warning to back off or face the consequences.
He has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa.
Drake and Kendrick have been going at it for a couple of good weeks now, and it just keeps getting messier and messier. These dudes straight up hate each other, and at this point, they're no longer even trying to hide the fact that they can't stand each other. At first, things were pretty even between them, and Drake was holding his ground against Kendrick, which isn't too surprising considering he fired the first shots with not one, but 2 diss tracks. He hit Kendrick where it hurt, dropping tracks called Tailor Made and Push-Ups, calling Kendrick out for being nothing but a hater. So after Drake's double diss tracks, Kendrick hit the studio and unleashed euphoria. And let me tell you, he didn't hold back. For a solid 6 minutes, he straight up roasted Drake, calling him out for rolling with a bunch of fake friends and even accusing Drake of paying people to dig up dirt on him. But Drake wasn't about to take that line down. Nah, he came back swinging with Family Matters, dropping some serious bombs of his own. He brought back those old rumors about Kendrick supposedly putting his hands on his fiance, Whitney. You know, the ones Kendrick always denied.
Oh wait, this is true.
Yeah.
When they said you were in Vegas and you beat some guy bloody and you did something to some female.
Yeah.
And they said they had evidence and all of this, and then I never heard anything about it again.
Yeah, because it's foolishness. That's the most ignorant stuff I've ever heard made up.
I was like, Kendrick did that? I doubt it.
And you know, that person whoever made that up owes an apology. Not to me, but to women that actually go out there and get a you dig what I'm saying? That's a real issue, and to be putting a person name that you know that stands for someone way more better, that's been raised way more better than that. That's not cool. There's people out there that really get a, and there's women out there that get a and don't say nothing, and you know live their lives through that. So that's.
Because I was like, I'm sure if that happened, there'd have been a police report. You would have been arrested.
That's foolishness. That's ignorant. That's all the way ignorant to 100%.
When you hear things in the news, certain things I believe about artists. That story, I didn't even think that was remotely close.
Yeah.
Story about you, and I was like, there's no.
He also accused Kendrick of being a bad father to the 2 kids that he has with Whitney, saying on some Bobby-ish, I want to know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens. Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? We could have left the kids out of this, don't blame me. He then revealed that Whitney had cheated on Kendrick with his manager, Dave Free, claiming that one of Kendrick's kids wasn't his biological child, and that Whitney had passed Dave's kid off to Kendrick as his. He said, you a dog and you know it. You just play sweet. Your baby mama captions always screaming, save me. You did her dirty all your life, you trying to make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free. Don't make it Dave Freeze, cause if your GM is your BM, secret BD, then this is all making plenty effing sense to me. Hey, let that shorty breathe. Once Drake went there and brought Kendrick's family into the mix, all bets were off. Kendrick seized the opportunity to unleash one of the most savage diss tracks in rap history. He hit back hard with Meet the Grams, and let me tell you, he didn't hold back. Kendrick straight up exposed Drake, alleging that he had a secret daughter hidden away. But that wasn't all. Kendrick went even further, calling Drake out for allegedly being a total creep and something I can't spell out here if you catch my drift. It was like watching a verbal boxing match with gloves off. He even shamed Drake's mom for raising a nasty man, saying, Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think ninjas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get effed up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women. him with kinks of a nympho fetish, grew facial hair because he understood being a beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Honestly, none of this is really surprising considering the rumors that have been swirling around Drake for ages about his creepy behavior with young women. There have been whispers about him throwing these wild parties in Toronto, kind of like Diddy, where apparently high school girls are his main target. And it's not like this is some underground secret either. It's practically an open secret in Toronto.
Getting real with you, bro. Growing up in high school, 16, 17, 18, having a crush on the baddest girl in your school, and then seeing her post at Drake's mansion every single time. Seeing Drake and the follows. You don't know how demoralizing that is to a young teenage boy in Canada.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna be real, I've been waiting for this guy's downfall for a minute. I'm gonna still bump his music, it goes crazy, but this is for the younger generation. They don't have to deal with that no more.
And let's not even get started on the reports that Drake supposedly...
Ooh, this is all the more interesting. In fact, lots of things that they are spilling or sharing here is mad insane. And sometimes we know about this, but sometimes people just turn a blind eye because people don't want to believe these artists or these rappers could do all of this, especially in regards to them being in Hollywood and they're likable. But again, I still want to believe that this beef between the both of them, especially with their beef with their diss song, I still want to believe it is not real. I still want to believe that it is production, it is business, and since the both of them are making money from whatever they are doing, it's just a good way to come at each other while they still make money. They may also be behind closed doors laughing or enjoying or having a drink with themselves. So something about this is actually not sitting right. I'm also looking at it from another angle to see probably they want to use either of them as face of something, or like to shine the spotlight on either of them or both of them. That is the way I'm seeing it, because I mean Hollywood would not want to risk nothing based on the ongoing situation in Hollywood currently, especially in the entertainment industry, in the music industry. They will not want to risk none of that with these two rappers, so they will try as much as possible for them to still make more money, or them to still make money and present these rappers in your faces or to your faces to say, oh yeah, we still got some of them, or we still got some of them, for you to know they are still in the business, while also some sort of way creating some sort of distraction. It is not making sense though, but let's go on.
And get started on the reports that Drake supposedly hires people just to help him pick up girls. Like, seriously? It's all just adding fuel to the fire of these allegations.
Yeah.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, everything I'm about to tell you is 100% true, and this information came to me from one of the crew members on Drake's tour. This was the guy who did all the tech stuff, and he told me that Drake has an employee whose job is to go around town looking for super hot girls. He finds the girls and then he interviews them, and out of all the girls he interviews, he picks the one that he thinks is the best. Then he drives her to Drake's place. Drake has sex with her, and then he drives her home. So basically, Drake has his own private Tinder.
Girl, let me tell you, Kendrick was on another level when he dropped that verse. He went full beast mode and didn't hold anything back. And get this, he even dropped the bombshell about Drake having a secret daughter hidden away from the world. Kendrick said, you lied about your son, you lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. By this point, Kendrick was eating Drake up, and Drake was getting clowned hard on the internet. So Drake dropped another diss track aimed at Kendrick, calling it The Heart Part 6. But it didn't quite hit the mark. Drake basically recycled old news, accusing Whitney of cheating on Kendrick and throwing shade at Kendrick for allegedly doing the same. But Drake had already spilled that tea in Family Matters. So yeah, it didn't do what he thought it was going to do, and it just fell down flat. He said, and why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. He closed things off by going back to the DV allegations, and he offered to save Whitney from Kendrick, saying, and Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor, and when I say hit your back, it's a lot safer. Huh, I promised. While it was a snappy diss, it didn't hit because we were all expecting some fresh drama, not a recap of last week's news. It was like serving up leftovers when we were craving something new and juicy. And let me tell you, Drake was definitely feeling the heat of defeat, especially with Kendrick's latest diss track, Not Like Us, being predicted to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 next week. What's more, it's being reported that Kendrick Lamar's back catalog is up 49%. Following this weekend of diss tracks, Drake's is down 5%. According to Billboard, Lamar's discography earned 50.62 million streams over the weekend, May 3rd through 6th, up 49% from the previous Friday to Monday tracking period, 33.98 million from April 26th to 29th. Despite Drake still pulling in higher streaming numbers, nearly double Kendrick's, it's clear that Kendrick's got the upper hand in this beef. And just when Drake seemed to be slipping further into the shadows, enter his rumored sugar daddy, Lucian Grange, ready to make a move to save his boo thing before Kendrick does any more damage. According to insiders, UMG has allegedly stepped into the situation and they ordered Kendrick to end the beef ASAP and stop dissing their golden boy Drake. According to reports, Kendrick and XO, The Weeknd, as of yesterday, were asked by Universal Music Group to end the beef with OVO. Kendrick apparently isn't budging at all, but UMG is pressing hard on their request to squash the beef. It continued. UMG also had a Zoom meeting with all of the parties involved, and they want Kendrick, either directly or said through PG Lang, to post a statement clarifying that Drake isn't a PDF file if Kendrick agrees to end the beef. Drake is losing the beef in UMG's eyes, so from UMG's perspective, the sooner that this beef ends, the better. The PDF file's accusations directed at Drake are costing UMG, Nike, and other parties a lot of money. But if y'all know anything about Kendrick, it's that he is not the type of person to be bullied into silence or giving an apology, especially not when it's a beef that has been simmering for more than 10 years now. He is going to have his say in this, and he won't let Lucian Grange walk all over him. Fans commented, so Lucian Grange, owner of UMG, who is listed as a co-defendant in the Diddy case, is trying to get Kendrick to release a statement that Drake isn't a PDF file. That might be more damning than the Heart Part 6. Drake and the labels are going to try to dig out all the dirt that they can. Lucian Grange and company will go into the vaults that hold info, blackmail, and USBs on rappers and affiliates. They will play dirty, but war is war. Drake has the machine, but Kendrick has the culture with him. And ayo, it's obvious BBL Drake called his sugar daddy Lucian to try and make Kendrick stop. We can't let the culture vulture come back. But I want to know how you guys feel about Drake crying to his sugar daddy. Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.
Did you hear that part? That part is costing them money. It's what I said. It is money for them first. More so, I saw this, and with all of this, what was written here to say to end the beef since Kendrick is winning, it is some sort of way, I believe, or I think it is some sort of way that they're presenting or shining the spotlight more on Drake. Drake, our golden boy, Mr. Nice Guy. The spotlight to be shown on him. Maybe they want to use him as a face of something, or what we don't know, or replacement for something or somebody. That is something that we don't know about. But when I saw this, that was the first thing that got my attention, and I thought about it. And yo, this right here is giving that, is breeding that, and oh my god. Yo, Hollywood is a messy one. Is messy indeed. But let's see how this goes. Do you ever think, or do you think Kendrick would want to apologize on this? I think they might call a truce and end this beef, because I mean, it wasn't even a real beef. I think it was just some lines in there that some people have an issue with, but the beef, really, nah, I don't think it is real, because they're both making money, so it has to be one or the other. And of course, now with this summary of what we got here is obviously on one side, and they want the side to benefit more, because I mean, obviously, if the other side was benefiting more, I don't think they would have an issue with. But obviously, saying that another person that they did not expect to win is actually winning, so I mean, they want to play to the faces to say, okay, call it a truce and let this person that they want to win it. Hollywood is messy, and it's just completely messed up to see that they use these artists as pawns, and they just like play with them to our faces, and let us believe sometimes something that is not real. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. Do you believe this or you think otherwise? I really love your honest contribution. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.